Today, we're delving deep into the life and times of one of the most ruthless and cunning businessmen in history. But was Cornelius Vanderbilt truly the most brutal businessman ever? We're about to uncover the jaw-dropping stories and decisions that earned him this notorious reputation. So buckle up and let's jump on board the train of history as we explore the life of Cornelius Vanderbilt. Early life and ambitions. To truly grasp the relentless ambition of Cornelius Vanderbilt, let's dive deeper into his early life. Born in 1794, this self-made man hailed from a modest family on Staten Island, New York. Young Vanderbilt's life was far from glamorous. He was only afforded a rudimentary education, but it was fierce determination that set him apart from his peers. As a teenager, Cornelius started working as a ferryman, transporting passengers between Staten Island and Manhattan. Little did he know that this would be the humble beginning of a career that would make him one of the wealthiest men in history. Vanderbilt began to envision a future beyond the humble ferry. He soon expanded his services, taking calculated risks to open new routes and outcompete rivals. But it wasn't just about offering rides. Vanderbilt had a sharp eye for spotting opportunities. He recognized the potential of burgeoning transportation industry, especially in a growing nation like the United States. At a time when America was expanding westward, the need for efficient transportation was skyrocketing. This young entrepreneur saw the winds of change and set his course to ride them. Vanderbilt and the Steamboat Wars. Vanderbilt's journey from a humble ferryman to an influential figure in the transportation industry would not have been possible without confronting a series of fierce battles. The steamboat industry in the early 19th century was an arena of cutthroat competition, and Vanderbilt was at the center of it all. Picture this: rival steamboat operators slashing prices, scheming against each other, and occasionally resorting to violence. In these steamboat wars, Cornelius Vanderbilt didn't hesitate to employ aggressive tactics. He wasn't just in it for a leisurely cruise, he was on a mission to dominate. In a relentless pursuit of victory, Vanderbilt used cutthroat measures like price cutting and even physical confrontations to dismantle his competition. Some accounts tell of him ramming his boat into rival vessels or sabotaging their operations. These tales of brutal determination have contributed to his infamous reputation. Newspapers at the time were filled with headlines about his aggressive tactics, labeling him the Commodore for his commanding presence on the water. But what drove Vanderbilt to such ruthless tactics, and how did he emerge victorious in these chaotic battles for supremacy? Vanderbilt was a master of strategy, and he knew how to exploit every opportunity. He wasn't just competing, he was eliminating his rivals. It was a survival of the fittest mentality in the wild, unregulated world of the steamboat industry. The Railroad Empire. As Vanderbilt's relentless pursuit of success continued, he shifted his focus from the steamboat industry to the burgeoning world of railroads. The mid-19th century was a time of incredible expansion, with the iron tracks of the railroad crisscrossing the American landscape. But Vanderbilt didn't just want to be part of this movement, he aimed to dominate it. Vanderbilt wasn't one to play it safe. His audacious goal was to build a railroad empire that would span from coast to coast. But how did he go from being a steamboat magnate to conquering the railways, one of the most significant technological revolutions of his time? Vanderbilt was known for his ruthless takeovers of existing railroads. He would acquire a majority of shares, gain control, and then, with unwavering determination, reshape these companies to fit his vision. Some of his most notable conquests include the New York and Harlem Railroad and the New York Central Railroad. His aggressive management style often involved cutting costs, improving efficiency, and sometimes even making harsh decisions that affected thousands of workers. But it was this no-holds-barred approach that allowed him to turn these companies into profitable giants. The New York Central Railroad, for instance, under Vanderbilt's leadership, became one of the largest and most influential railroads in the United States, connecting New York City to the Midwest. His control over vital transportation routes and strategic decision-making allowed him to amass immense wealth and power. Vanderbilt's ability to consolidate and streamline the railroad industry was unprecedented. He was often criticized for his cutthroat approach, but there's no denying that he played a pivotal role in shaping modern transportation networks and making the movement of goods and people faster and more efficient. Monopoly and manipulation. As we journey through the life of Cornelius Vanderbilt, it becomes clear that his ambition was matched only by his ruthlessness. While he achieved remarkable success in both the steamboat and railroad industries, he also gained a reputation for his controversial tactics in business. Vanderbilt was not content with simply owning businesses. He wanted to control entire industries. To achieve this, he often manipulated the stock market to his advantage. His influence was so immense that he could single-handedly sway stock prices. Vanderbilt had an innate understanding of the financial markets and used it to his advantage. He would spread false rumors or buy and sell stocks strategically to drive prices in his favor. He wasn't afraid to engage in unethical tactics, including insider trading, to achieve his goals. In one famous incident, Vanderbilt and his associates manipulated the stock price of Erie Railroad, causing chaos in the market and leading to a financial crisis. This was just one example of how he ruthlessly sought to gain control over his competitors. Newspapers of the time were filled with headlines about Vanderbilt's financial machinations, and he became a symbol of corporate power and greed. His actions brought him immense wealth, but also led to significant public outcry. Vanderbilt was notorious for engaging in hostile takeovers. He would target companies, acquire their stock, and then gain control, often using aggressive tactics to force out rival shareholders. This made him one of the most powerful and feared men in the business world. By creating monopolies and using cutthroat tactics, Vanderbilt not only amassed immense wealth, but also had a lasting impact on the business world. His approach influenced future generations of entrepreneurs and shaped modern business practices. Legacy and impact. Cornelius Vanderbilt's life was a whirlwind of ambition, ruthlessness, and innovation. His actions left an indelible mark on the business world, and his legacy continues to be a topic of debate among historians and business enthusiasts. Perhaps one of the most visible aspects of his legacy is the enduring presence of the Vanderbilt name. Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee serves as a testament to his immense wealth and philanthropic contributions. But this philanthropy was often driven by the desire to secure his legacy. Vanderbilt's philanthropy was complex. While he did donate substantial sums of money, it was often with the intention of perpetuating his name. He wanted his legacy to be one of power and influence, and his donations reflected this ambition. In the realm of transportation, Vanderbilt's impact was equally profound. The New York Central Railroad, under his control, transformed into one of the most significant railroads in the country, facilitating the movement of goods and people across vast distances. Vanderbilt's aggressive approach to business, including mergers and consolidations, also set a precedent for how industries would evolve. The concept of acquiring competitors and creating monopolies would become a hallmark of modern business practices. However, his methods were far from universally admired. Vanderbilt's ruthless tactics often came at the expense of workers and competitors, and he faced numerous controversies during his lifetime. Vanderbilt's legacy is a mixed one. While he undeniably played a pivotal role in shaping the modern business world, his ruthless pursuit of power came at a cost. both in terms of ethics and social consequences. So, was Cornelius Vanderbilt truly the most brutal businessman in history? That's a question that remains open to interpretation. His life was one of contrasts, a blend of ambition and ruthlessness that forever altered the business landscape. As we journeyed through the life of Cornelius Vanderbilt, it's evident that he was a complex and controversial figure. Whether you view him as a ruthless tycoon or an innovative business genius, his story is a fascinating and enduring part of American business history. We leave you with this question: how should we remember Cornelius Vanderbilt? And what lessons can we learn from his relentless pursuit of success? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, click the next one shown on the screen. I'm sure you'll like it. Thanks for watching.